I'm at it again. A little destruction. I tore the road out and the cross tracks because I just didn't like the way it was going to work out. So what I'm doing is I'm 3D printing a highway overpass. That's going to take a few days to print them all, but that's fine. So I'll videotape this as we go along, but it's going to be slow going. I ordered some tall grass to do those areas in there. And let's see, I moved the elementary school over. Used to be way over there, and I moved it over there. Just seemed like it'd make more sense to do it that way. Put up some hedges. Still got to glue them down yet. I repainted the parking lot. Actually, I have an actual parking lot for the school, which I didn't before. So that's what I've done so far. And I guess what I'm going to wind up doing is the railroad crossings that I bought, there's one laying down there, are going to go probably over there. Because this is all going to be overpass. And then it'll junction in. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to tie it all together yet, but I'll figure it out hopefully. So, until something new comes up, you'll just have to stand by, and I'll be back shortly, hopefully. So stay tuned. All right, we're on day 3. This is going to take forever. I've made, they print in pairs. There's 1 pair, there's 2 pairs. That was the first attempt at it. Now they're scaled wrong, so I can't use them. I'm currently printing another pair. They take about 10 to 12 hours to print a pair. It's a long process, and I need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I probably need 5, possibly 6 more pairs. So since I'm doing a pair a day, I'm looking at about a week. Oh well, you know, they always say progress is slow, but it's still progress, right? In the meantime, I did tear up the old road. As you can see, it's pretty well tore up. There's a lot of things I have to do here, make a little bit of changes here. Where that grass is there, I'm going to have to put a hill to remount the billboard, because it'll be below traffic, and well, that wouldn't be any good now, would it? Because I'm thinking that, well, I'm not sure how this is actually going to pan out, but, and I'm not sure the material I'm going to use. This is just a piece of balsa wood that I got and laying around. But it's very possible I can come in like this. You see that? Yeah. So I'm going to have to build a lot up. I'm going to see if I can get more of this balsa wood, and I'll use that for my road. Otherwise, I'll have to come up with a different material. I don't want anything too heavy, nor do I want anything too flexible. Because, you know, like I said, the temperature control in this room is not that good until I get around to getting my central air fixed. Basically, this room is not air conditioning in most cases. It picks up a little bit from the living room. That's not saying much. I mean, it's not crazy hot in here, but it's a little warm. So, you know. And it may also explain some of my track issues. You know, the temperature changes and you might have a little bit of expansion and contraction on the tracks. It's hard telling. So anyway, that's what I got going. Now, the good news is, tomorrow I've got a bunch of stuff coming out, mostly the Just Plug stuff. So while I'm waiting for this stuff to print, I'll probably go ahead and start getting some of my lighting things done. I'm going to order some trees, I think, too. More realistic ones, not from China. You know, it wouldn't be so bad if they gave an actual representative what you're buying, but the trees, I mean, the trees that I thought I bought and the ones they sent me are not even close to being identical. I mean, that's, you know, the Chinese, who knows. Good thing was they were cheap. And like Dave from Crooked River and Crooked River and Eastern, um, he said I could probably dress these up, and I probably could. So I'm going to take a shot at that and see if I can't make them look more natural, because the way they are, they certainly do. They just don't look natural. So that's where we're at the moment. So I'll continue this again when I get more done. As I said, this video is going to span about a week, week and a half, maybe longer. Who knows, before I can actually, you know, produce it and get it up on the internet. But, you know, that's the only drawback with 3D printers. They're great, but they're incredibly slow. If you try and speed it up, then you lose the quality, and, you know, I don't want to sacrifice quality of these pieces either. I need to have them strong enough to support themselves and not fall apart, you know, a week or two down the road. So, that's where we're at. I did print up some more track bumper stops, and I tried to get them even more detailed, but you really it just won't do it. My printer's not capable of it. I need one of those fancy new printers that use the liquid. That would put out some new ones, but they're too expensive, and I'm just not throwing that kind of money into something I'm not going to get a whole lot of use out of. I mean, this printer here was cheap. I think I paid $140 for it, somewhere around there. You put it together yourself. I made improvements to it, better power supply, some safety features to keep it from going up in flames, because that was a common problem with some of these. You know, and of course all the plastic, the white and the orange plastic, I printed. You know, and that was mostly to keep everything tidy wire-wise. And the reel holder, that's pretty cool. So, you know, altogether, that was a good deal for me. And unless something new comes along that's in the same price range, I'm not going to invest in it. So, let's see, what else is there? That's about it, I guess. Oh, here's the track bumper stops I made. Gotta clean them up and put them together yet, and maybe paint I don't know, I might leave the crossbars to look like steel instead of wood. I don't know yet. But I have to put them in, so, because I've got a few areas where the track ends now. So that's where we're at. So, stay tuned. I'll be back again real soon to pick up on this. So, hang in there. Bye. Alright, this is day 4. This is going to be a long, drawn-out process. And I'm printing yet another pair of bridge piers. Takes a while to get them done. I started this at, I think it was 8:30 this morning, and it is now 5 after 12. So, and that's as far as it's gotten, and it's, you probably can't see that. It was just 43%. Anyway, so it's going to take, I need probably another pair after this, maybe 2. I'm not sure yet. But this is what I got so far. And you can see I'm even being professional using a level to make sure everything's straight. So what I've done is I've actually guttered the floor or the base of the bench and set them down in there. Still have plenty of clearance for my trains, but at least it'll make them more stable now. When the time comes, they'll be glued in. Now I have to repaint them. I'm probably going to do something in a concrete color, similar to what I've got there, and those bridge pilings, and I'm not sure what that's called, but anyway, so that's what I've been doing. Anything like that I do in a cement color, so I'm going to have to repaint all these bridge piers. And what I decided to do is I needed access to the electric company. So what I had to do is I'm going to fashion a down ramp, or an off ramp, on ramp, to get to it, because you can't get to it from here. The way this is going to work, this is going to go around and blend into this road. So it's probably be easier once I actually get it done. Now I'm also I've been grinding the floor of the bench here between the tracks. That's all going to be painted. Probably going to paint it green, and I'm going to put. I've got the tall grass coming. I don't think I'll get that till beginning or mid next week, according to tracking. So when I get that, it's a ½ inch tall. So it's going to look like, you know, unkempt grass or weeds. So we're going to do that, this whole area like that. Same with back in here, between the tracks. So I've got, like I said, I've got to build a mound over here to put the billboard on so that traffic can see it. Still got to finish up what I'm doing over here with the school. I don't have the hedge glued down yet. I've just got it pinned. I'll get that glued in place. And I'm also going to have another service road that's going to come off of the industrial section here. It's actually down on the bottom. So I'm going to widen that, and it's going to go in over here somewhere. I think like right about there where that yellow tool is. And I'm going to have to set up a service road so that it can go into the main road. It's tricky and hard to explain. You'll just have to wait until I get it finished and I'll, you know, show it to you. So anyway, that's where we're at. Just another update. And later on today, I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and see if I can find some more of this balsa wood, because I think I'm going to use that for the highway road. It seems like a good thing to use. And also, there's an old trick we used to learn back in grade school. We used to do with popsicle sticks. We used to make bracelets out of them. And you'd put them in water and soak them, and then you would bend it around a soda can and let it dry, and it would stay that shape, and it was like a bracelet. So I'm going to do something similar to get it to ramp down, because I'd like to have a smooth transition instead of a sharp drop. So I'll have to experiment with that a little bit, but let's see what else. So that's about it. So hopefully I'll find out at Hobby Lobby. If not, I'll have to go to the regular hobby store, which is all the way across town. I hate driving all the way down there, and they're not cheap either. So, but anyway, that's the plan for that. And then tomorrow, I'm going to go down to Home Depot and pick up some more of this fiberboard, this stuff here. And hopefully, after I get all this road work done, I can finish off the fascia. Now we can get back into detailing with scenery again. And we'll go from there. So who knows where it'll go from that point. But anyway, just wanted to bring you up to date. So stay tuned. We'll be back on here in probably another day or two and show you what I've gotten so far. So don't go away. Keep it on the rails. We'll be back soon. Alright, here we are. This is what I've done so far. I'm not even close to being finished yet, but at least we're getting somewhere. A nice tree I got there, huh? This is the highway overpass. And I've got to stripe it yet. Trying to do this without making anybody dizzy. It goes all the way into the main road. And then there's a side road here, sort of, I guess you can call it that. It's actually a service road to get to the electric company there. So anyway, and I printed up a whole bunch of guardrails. So, but I really can't put those on until I stripe the road. Now, I ordered the stripes on eBay. They're actually from Highways and Byways. I went to their site and they apparently you can't buy anything directly on the site because their cart doesn't work and it doesn't do anything except throw you back where you started. So I just went on eBay, I found them, and I'm getting them from Midwest Model Supplies or something like that. But they are actually by Highways and Byways brand. They're just like the ones that Vinny showed. So I got yellow and I got white. So I should have those sometime next week. So I'll get those on there, and then as soon as those are in, then I can get the guardrails up. And I can get this other drop-in piece back in, and you know, I also bought a bunch of trees. Like I said, I got this one here. That's an O-scale tree, believe it or not. But I wanted something large, and that seemed like it fit the bill. So I kind of like that. And then over here, I got these. I think they're called Heki or Hiki. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, actually. But they're, it's kind of hard to hold the camera and do things all at the same time. Anyway, I got 2 boxes of these. I got these on eBay too. These are HO scale. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put those just yet, but we'll figure it out. But I have a feeling that it's probably going to go in here somewhere. Like I said, I put all the grass in, and I actually got some tall weeds. I don't know if you can really see them with this camcorder or not. Maybe. They stand up pretty nice. There's some of them are almost like a ½ inch tall. And it came out pretty good. I was really surprised. Now I 3D printed the bridge piers here that you see. That's what took forever because I could only do 2 at a time. And it would take 12 hours to print 2 of them. And as you can see, there's quite a few of them. So they came out good though. And so that's the progress so far. And I think I'm going to go ahead and post this as part 1. And part 2 will be after the road is striped, the guardrails are up, the drop-in table part will be in, and we'll have a lot more done. So stay tuned for part 2, and as always, keep it on the rails, and we'll see you soon. Expect to see part 2 in about, I don't know, a week or so. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Bye.